This is the GG33 class video for the 4 pillars of Chinese astrology, your introduction to Chinese astrology. Let's get started. The first pillar of Chinese astrology is the years. When it comes to the years, the order is first sign is the rat, second sign is the ox, third sign is the tiger, fourth sign is the cat, most call it a rabbit, fifth sign is the dragon, sixth sign is the snake, seventh sign is the horse, eighth sign is the goat. 8 is the number of money. Goat is the eighth sign. Bill Gates is the richest man in the world. At least he was for the most decade. And again, goat is the eighth sign in numerology. Always a pattern. Monkey is the ninth sign. Rooster is the 10th sign. The 11th sign is dog, which is a big reason why a lot of them tend to be very athletic and very emotional. 2 distinct attributes of the number 11. So again, what I'm trying to show you here is how the number in front of the sign has a great deal of influence over the sign itself. And the 12th sign is the pig. That is the first pillar of Chinese astrology. The second pillar of Chinese astrology is months. Yes, months. Yet when it comes down to months, it's a little bit different, because in this case, the ox is the first sign, because January is the sign of the ox. Now, it's a little bit different because month signs under my calculations start between the 6th and the 7th, but the 7th is pretty solid. So again, January 7th to February 6th is the month of the ox. Tiger month, February 7th until March 6th, and you get the gist of it. March is the month of the cat. April is the month of the dragon. May is the month of the snake. Horse is June. Now, this is an interesting fact how this works. Enemy signs, the first one I'm going to talk about is rat and horse. LeBron James is not only born in the rat year in 1984, he was also born in the rat month, December. The enemy of the rat is the horse. June would be LeBron's enemy month. Just so happens the NBA Finals are always played in June. And that's why LeBron struggles in the NBA Finals. He's 3-4. He does not play his best ball because it's his enemy month. Just a little gist of how it works. July is the month of the goat. August is the month of the monkey. September is the month of the rooster. October is dog. November is pig. And in months, the last sign is the rat. December, as we said with LeBron. The third pillar of Chinese astrology is times. 1 to 3 a.m. is ox. 3 to 5 is tiger. 5 to 7 a.m. is cat. 7 to 9 a.m. is dragon. 9 to 11 is snake. 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. is horse. 1 to 3 p.m. is goat. 3 to 5 is monkey. 5 to 7 is rooster. 7 to 9 is dog. 9 to 11 is pig. And again, when it comes time to times, just like months, the rat is the last sign, going from 11 p.m. until 1 a.m. Those are the 3 pillars. Now, let me give you an example of how this works. Say you happen to be born in snake time, 9 to 11 a.m. It's probably not a good idea for you to gamble between 9 to 11 p.m. and pig time, because pigs and snakes are enemy signs. This is how you take advantage of the system, by knowing when not to do things. Example, the snake's friend is the rooster. The snake's friend is the ox. So during ox time, during rooster time, would be beneficial with people who are born in snake time. And this is how you use the system. Now, before we go into the fourth pillar, let me go through all the friends and all the enemies. Enemy of the rat, again, is the horse. Another example, George Washington, a rat rebelled against King George, a horse. You can find plenty throughout history. Shaq and Kobe didn't like each other. Shaq was a rat, Kobe was a horse. Next is the ox and the goat. When it comes down to this, it's very simple. NATO is a ox and Russia is a goat. I mean, these are two adversaries, if I ever known each other. When you look at goats and oxes, they're very different. Again, that's what the other videos are for, where you can go into this and go into every individual sign, goat, ox, and you'll find out more individually about each sign, but they are enemy signs. Just an example, Wall Street was founded in a ox year, and the worst 2 years in Wall Street history, 1907, 1931. Again, this is percentage-wise, were goat years, enemy signs. Next, the tiger and the monkey are enemies. Bernie Madoff was a tiger, and the FBI brought him down, and they're a monkey. So again, you see this, many examples of this. When it comes down to it, the fourth sign is the cat, enemy signs, and the rooster. The cat and the rooster are enemies. Next enemy sign is the dog and the dragon. Example, George W. Bush, a dog came to power in a dragon year, and his presidency was a failure. That's what happens when you do things in your enemy's ear. Plenty of examples of this throughout the class videos of the 12 signs. And the last enemy signs list would be the snake and the pig. Tupac was a pig. He was killed in Las Vegas. Las Vegas was founded in 1905, the year of the snake. Wrong place, wrong time, buddy. Anyways, this is an example of how you use this stuff to your advantage, knowing when not to do what. Again, enemy signs. Now the friend signs, and this is universal. The rat is friends with the monkey, and the monkey is friends with the dragon. The dragon is friends with the rat. Next, the ox is friends with the snake, and the snake is friends with the rooster. Rooster is friends with the ox. That's what I call a triad. Next, the monkey. I already did that one. My apologies. And I'm sure as hell not redoing this video. Next one is the goat, the pig, and the cat. And the last one would be the horse, the dog, and the tiger. These are what you call triads. These are all the signs that get along. Under my studies, I've only seen one example of soulmate signs, and that would be the ox and the rat. Just one example of how the ox and the rat. Well, actually, I can give you two real quick ones. Israel was founded in 1948, the year of the rat. The one organization that serves to protect Israel above all else is Mossad. That's their secret service, FBI together. Was founded in 1949, year of the ox. So there we have an ox protecting the rat scenario, which is very common in these type of relationships. But when it comes down to the rat ox example, one of the best you always have to use is when you look at people who are oxes, they are what you would call the enforcers in life. And people who are born in rat years, they're very good at manipulation. So when you look at certain things of how this whole episode works, you have to understand that rats and oxes are soulmates because one really always takes care of the other. I've seen so many examples of this throughout life. The main example is Barack Obama and the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, and by the way, Democrat, it spells with rat at the end. That's why they call it spelling, was founded in 1828, the year of the rat. And the party, the man who took the Democratic parties from lows to new highs was Barack Obama. And Barack Obama was born in 1961, the year of the ox. So again, we have the rat and the ox helping each other out. Let's not forget, Barack Obama became president of the United States in 2008, a rat year. So ox becomes president in a rat year. So, and by the way, now that he's gone, And after we have President Trump coming in January 20th, the Democratic Party's in disarray because their ox is gone. So just an example of how soulmate signs work. This is the only example I've seen of it. And those are the friends and the enemies list. Now for the fourth pillar of Chinese astrology. And again, just to repeat, the first one was years. The second one was months. The third one was times. And the fourth pillar of Chinese astrology, think about it for a second, conception. When you were conceived. That has energy. So if you're born in December, November, October, in most cases, you're going to be conceived in the same animal sign that you were born in. Example, 9 months back. But if you were born in August, September, definitely July, and anything before, you're always going to be one sign ahead. And what I mean by that is if you were born in July 1985, the year of the ox, well, you were conceived in a rat year, 1984. And that has specific energy to it. So, again, what you have to understand is that would be your fourth pillar. And whatever your sign is, it would just be one ahead if you're born before September in most cases. Don't try to figure out the exact date you were born. Your mom and dad do not know when they conceived you, but based on simple mathematics, unless you're premature, which you can calculate then yourself, 9 months should be around right. So always calculate 9 months back, see what the date was, and you should be able to tell very simply what sign you were born in, conceived in, excuse me. So again, that is the fourth pillar of Chinese astrology, conception. And this has been your introduction to Chinese astrology, GG33 style. The 12 signs of the videos, you can go into individually more in depth of every single sign. And again, this is stuff you use for your everyday life. It really can help you know when to do things and when not to. And my name is Gary the Numbers Guy, or whatever you want to call me. I hope you enjoy this video.